All right. So the Food and Drug Administration, or really the Department of Health and Human Services, just recently announced plans to remove certain artificial colorings from our food supply, our food and our drug supply. Synthetic dyes, petroleum-based, you know, colorings and whatnot for health purposes. Now, um, this is something that is interesting to talk about for me, just because of this highly political environment that we're in, and it's frustrating to me because I feel like healthy, like stuff related to health, should not be politicized. It ends up making it um weird, and and I also am not really a big fan of like talking about politics and all that. But I am a fan of talking about health. So while I'm not going into the details of like all why they're doing what they're doing, I did want to talk a little bit about dyes, food colorings and whatnot, just from the standpoint of like why I myself am a little I've I've been iffy about them for a long time. So food colorings, are very much used, very, very much used. And it's no secret, because you know that there aren't foods naturally that are bright green or bright blue or even well, you may have some bright reds and stuff like that, but especially, like some of these colors, they're just not natural. And the purpose of a lot of food colorings is not really like nutritional. It's just aesthetic. It's just like, to be appealing or whatnot. Matter of fact, I pulled up this information from the Food and Drug Administration website that says that color additives are used for the purposes of offsetting color loss due to exposure to light, air, temperature extremes, moisture, and storage conditions. To correct natural variations in color, um, which is interesting. To enhance colors that occur naturally, so like maybe to brighten something up or whatever, and to provide color to colorless and quote fun foods. You know, immediately kids food comes to my mind. You know, Skittles and Fruit Loops and gummies and all this different kind of stuff. Um, Now the thing that I've always had an issue with is that one, these things are used to color foods that appeal to all of us, but especially the kids. They're bright and it's like, ooh, and these are foods that are not healthy. They're not. Like I say, Skittles and Fruit Loops and other cereals and other candies and other packaged foods, they're brightened because this obviously is appealing to our young people. Like I say, even to adults as well. Um, so that's one of the issues that I have. Then the other issue I have is that these food colorings, a lot of food colorings in and of themselves have been found to not be um to be detrimental to health themselves. So I remember, you know, like, and it's something I need to look into more myself, but you know, the association of red food coloring with maybe causing hyperactivity. Again, I'm not saying this is definite. These are just things that I've heard over the years that I acknowledge I need to do more in-depth study myself. But if you go to it's another website that I'll link to in the description that has various banned like food colorings and stuff like that that have been banned over time, various artificial food colorings. Um, you know, Butter yellow, green one, green two, orange one, orange two, orange B, red one, red two, red four, red 32. Sudan 1, violet 1, yellow 1 and 2, yellow 3 and 4. And they also have a lot of other things on here too that are like other artificial flavorings. But I've been reluctant about these things because a lot of this stuff it just makes me think about being in college, being in chemistry. It's chemistry lab stuff. And the thing is, like, a lot of these substances end up being what's called bioactive, which means that they do something whenever they interact with the body. Um, like they're not just like these inert substances that just kind of pass through with no consequence. It's like they get in and they interact with cells, with tissues. And I'm not really fond of that. I'm not fond of that. And I'm also not necessarily of the mindset that you can just eat these things or at least eat them all the time, even sodas and stuff. And it just kind of be inconsequential because the primary purpose of food is um, for sustenance, for nutrition. But we tend to kind of but I do believe it should be enjoyed as well. But as far as it being brightly colored and this and that, I think it gets problematic. The whole political thing that's been put around this stuff, like I say, it's very annoying to me, very frustrating to me, because I think it complicates um, you know, health related stuff. But I just say me personally, I try to, for the most part, avoid food colorings anyway. For this reason, I think that everybody should try to avoid food colorings. I just figured I would provide my 2 cents, and I put a couple of links that based on what I've referenced here. So anyway, for what it's worth, as we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my body weight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/SeanB2B Fitness today.